Hello everyone, welcome to the series of the solid design principle, and in this video we'll be discussing about the solid design principle introduction, the goal and the benefits of the solid design principle, and the practical scenarios of each principle. So solid design principles are the design principles that manage most of the software design problems. So if you implement these solid principles in your project, then your project will become more understandable, flexible and maintainable. So these principles are the 5 principles of the object oriented class design. They are the golden rules. If you follow them, then your class structure will become more readable and flexible as well. The goal of this solid principle is to reduce the dependencies so that if any engineer change one area of the software, it will not impact the other softwares, right? But if you are not implementing the software design principle in your project, and if you change any module, then there are more chances that your another module will break, right? So due to this reason, we will implement the solid design principle, and solid design principles are there, right? And the purpose of this solid principles is to create your application more understandable, readable and testable, so that any developers future can can come and work on your application and it is easily readable by him or her, right? As written below, good developers will follow these principles and will not violate them. SOLID stands for Single Responsibility Principle, Open Close Principle, Liskov Substitution Principle, Interface Segregation Principle, and Dependency Inversion Principle. Now we'll be discussing about the benefits of implementation of solid principles. The first benefit is accessibility. Solid design principle ensure easy access and control to the object entities. If you are implementing the solid principle in your project, you can easily access to the objects and eliminate the risk of unintended inheritance. The another one is ease of refactoring. So as you know, the software changes over the time, right? So developers, when building the application, it needs to be keep in mind the possibility of the future changes. If it is purely structured, then it is very difficult to refactor it. The another benefit is the extensibility. So as you know, the software goes through a series of upgrades, right, and including the extra features. If extending the feature of an application is not done tactfully, this could affect existing functionality and cause the unintended problems. Debugging is a very crucial part of the software development process. If your application is not built properly and you can't debug it, and that's a problem, right? So but if you are implementing the solid principles in your project, then it is very easy to debug rather than hard to debug, right? And readability is the next benefit of the solid principles. So if you are implementing the solid principles in your project, then obviously your classes, the entities are more readable. You know where is that class and where is this class, right? These are all the benefits of the solid design principles. Now next video will be discussing each principle, and I will show you the problem first without the implementation of the solid principle and the solution of it when you implement the solid principles. So stay in tune then for the next videos and we'll discuss all the principles. Thank you.